Okay, yesterday was very difficult. Um, there was just a lot. I don't even know where to begin. But it was almost like the mask that I was seeing finally slipped, and I felt like my life was in danger. I broke down at the train station. I honestly didn't know what to do. I still don't. It's just, now I feel like I understand why God, He allows things to happen to show us, who's really for Him and who's really not. The thing about God is He doesn't force anybody to serve Him, and by default, He doesn't really punish anybody. It's almost like the punishment comes with not serving Him, with serving the devil. That's where the punishment comes from. Because once you start working for the devil, unbeknownst or even beknownst to yourself, once you start to leave that, he shows his controlling ways. He punishes you. His people punish you. Like that, smoking. I never smoked so much in my life. Just by working. And most people say, "Oh, you're making excuses." It's not me making excuses. It's the result. It's the results of chasing after something that's not really beneficial in a spiritual way. It's beneficial when it comes to getting access to things that bring a sense of security in regards to the flesh, like housing, but it also avails you to this. And it seems like every time I try quitting smoking, or after I decide I quit, that's when they start attacking me the hardest. And that's when I realized the difference between serving God, and working for people who serve the devil. The people who serve the devil, they'll punish you if you don't do exactly what they want you to do, especially um if it's something healthy for yourself. That's how you know it's like they wish you the worst. They don't wish you good. They wish you the worst things that they possibly can. And even God doesn't do that. He doesn't even do that to them. That's how you know the difference between what's love and what's people serving the devil, who wants to control you, who don't want anything but control from you. They want your soul, they want your heart, and they only want to abuse it. They want to abuse it. They don't want to. They don't edify you. They don't build you up. They tear you down. That's their goal. And when you think about just how they're able to do that and just go about life like nothing, it's unfathomable for someone who can serve God, and you want the best for people, and ultimately God is really the best for people. Jehovah is the best, and his son Jesus Christ, and living by their standards are the best for you. But when you serve people who want to control you, it's always an aspect of toxicity. It's always an unhealthy aspect that comes with it. And I don't think God wants to control us. He wants us to have self-control. He teaches us to have self-control. He teaches us to have self-love. He gives us standards so that we don't harm ourselves. But Satan's people, if you don't harm yourself, they'll harm you. And that tells you that they don't really. And the sickest part about it is they'll use God. They'll use the most precious things. That's how you know it's thoroughly evil. It's not just a surface level kind of jealousy or envy. It's much, 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 much darker. It's much, much, much more sinister. It's much more subtle as well. You never see it right away, because if they came out and just said, "Oh, we're trying to control you," how would that sound? Obviously it wouldn't sound right, but they couldn't say that, because naturally a person would resist that. But they show you in so many subtle ways that their goal is to control you. And ultimately, if they can't harm, they want you to harm yourself. So then they don't have to feel guilty or carry the guilt of harming you. Although if they could easily get away with it with no consequences, they would do it in a heartbeat. I know that for sure. If they can harm you and they felt like they could get away with it at any time, they would do that. But then what good would it be for you to live and, live in depravity just so they could say,